once again, if you wanted it to be a working ranch, why didn't you just say that in the definition? I mean, it was just rewritten. So if that was the intent, it would have been really easy to say a guest ranch is an existing working definition with fewer than 10 units. That was not done.
Okay, thanks.
So we got to take the definition for how it was written. And I meet all the requirements of the definition as written.
Appreciate that. All right, is there anybody else that had a comment? Just raise your hand. All right, seeing none, we will close public comment and move on to commissioner discussion. And I'll start out with what I think is one of the most important contextual issues here. And so when we changed that definition, we were working on ways that we could help our local ag community continue to have viable businesses that would help support the open spaces and the working lands within our county that I think 98% of our residents see as valuable. So the guest ranch definition was designed so that someone that's working a ranch has been there for however long, but is trying to make a living raising cows, sheep. Cows are the predominant one in our valley, llamas, had a viable side hustle to keep their ranch working and active. We had that discussion, my friend, so that is exactly where so you may not agree with
It
it.
didn't make it into the definition.
Well, I don't really care about that from your point of view. What I care about is the contextual piece that we established this law. And if we have to go back and shine up our definitions, that's one thing that we often do within land use is be like, oh, we didn't quite get that definition as accurate as we want, and we fix it. So we can do that. But it is important to know what the three commissioners that made that definition were thinking when we made that definition.
Can I make a comment on that?
No, not right now. I may give you a moment on that, but not right now. So super important to keep that in mind as we talk about this. The definition was designed to support actual working ranches, not potential working ranches. The rest of this stuff to me it's interesting. I don't know that it really plays into our decision, because our decision is, number one, is this a working ranch? Number two, does this look more like a resort than a working ranch? I mean, you admitted it's not a working ranch, so I think that, I don't know how much further down that road we have to go. Is it a resort? It looks a lot like a resort, and I think there's a very clear path. I don't think anybody's going to argue the merits of the project, and there's a clear path to getting there. But sidelining working ranches is not the path, to my thinking. So what was your question?
Not a question. The definition does not state that there has to be a working ranch in order to obtain guest ranch designation.
Right, and I'm telling you the context that we made that definition.
Right.
And so, yeah, we may have to update our definition, but